Working Giants update version 1.41 was released on July 20th, and there's some good stuff that's going on, but there's also some bad. As you can see on the update board, they did fix a variety of things. One of the big ones, Verity, you needed a lot of work. It's still not perfect, but it's getting there. So the big one for me is the ability to climb trees. They said that's solved, but as you'll see, that's not the case. In addition to bug fixes and all that, they did add more emotes to the store. You'll see we got ball on a head, shake it. We got the gritty, stronger, and we also got excuse me, sir. And then for 149 Robux, you can get Bad Wolf. So as soon as we loaded in, it put us right into a match, actually. And it's on the Forest Revamp map, which is basically the same exact map as we had before the big update. You can still climb the spires, which is nice. And you can hide in the bushes again, which I absolutely love. There was one bad glitch back here that we wanted to check out and make sure that it was fixed, where you'd be able to climb this wall and get out of the map, and it does seem like that is fixed, so that is huge news right there. Next, we loaded into the city, and of course, first thing we have to do, see if we can climb a tree. It looked at first that we couldn't, but then there we go, right up the tree. So I did test the majority of the trees, and not all of them are climbable, but there are a few, which they do need to fix this issue. This is a big one right here. Climbing up here and jumping on top of the gas station. This one, to me, looks like it's 100% fixed. And I saw in the chat other people complaining that they could not do it. So that is resolved. These big trees, I never had the issue or the glitch being able to climb these, but I tried anyways, and I wasn't able to make it happen. Leave down in the comments if you were able to climb these big trees or not. Next is the new forest, and I was not able to climb these trees, which is great, because that was so broken. Like, it was so annoying. If you were Monster, there was no way to win. Alright, so, Verity. His voice lines were not working. Not only were his voice lines not working, but we were having some really bad server issues, and as you can see, our ping is beautiful, so we should not have had those issues. But none of his audio was working. Took us a while to get this guy just because the server was not responding. So another issue we had was we were not able to get the guy out of the tent. We did end up having a workaround to this that comes later on, but you'll see that. So transform is working. So the idea was to just roll in there in transform mode and then transform back into Big Verity, and it did indeed work. But we were glitched into the floor like mad. Then I was scared we weren't going to be able to get out, but transform, and we roll away clean. Then as we're going in for the final kill, grab them, and what? Server lag. Win. So to test if this was just an issue with the server, we did switch servers and try to resolve it that way. We ended up back on the city map, and to our surprise, you cannot hide in the shelves anymore, which that wasn't a huge issue for me. Verity liked to get stuck in there, so I'm assuming this was their fix to that. One thing I do not agree with, though, is we cannot even stand on top of them anymore. We tried both sides. That just would not work. But you still can get behind these boxes, which is fun. We did end up being Verity again. It took quite a few matches, actually. I was at like 20-some%. And unfortunately, voice lines still were not working. I'm going to play again today, and hopefully this is resolved. But as of yesterday, it just wasn't working. Ladders. Ladders are Verity's biggest obstacle because he just can't do them. For this update, I was able to make him climb these ladders, but you had to go into your walking animation. You couldn't be sprinting, and you'd be able to walk up. So, okay, it was annoying, but it worked. But in this update, I got those guys, came back. I just couldn't get up there. So I switched into transform mode. Like, oh, maybe this will work. And it does, but look at how slow it is. It's so slow. The other issue is you cannot jump off of the ladder in this mode. So I transform back. I try getting up there some more. It's just not working. I'm going to transform back into the ball, go up that way, and it's just super slow. It's not going to work. I thought maybe when I got to the top, if I go or hit transform, I could make the jump onto the top floor, but it still just didn't work. All in all, there's still some work that they need to do. Verity needs some work. We'll see today if the voice lines work, but this is the state of the game at the moment. I'm still excited to see where it goes. Still love the game. We just need to see some of these things ironed out and look forward to the future.